This is what a 340 player dinosaur controlled ecosystem looks like from above. Honestly, it's beautiful, but you really can't see much. In order to get the best view of these 340 player controlled dinosaurs, we're going to need to get a lot lower. And by that, I mean right down on the ground and in amongst the canopies. The name of this island is Gateway, and it's a prehistoric island just teeming with life. And in this video, we will be viewing all of it as a human, arguably the most defenseless and vulnerable playable in the game. For this grand adventure, we will be going to a number of locations around the map, each with their own unique challenges and dinosaur diversity. But without further ado, let's take our camera and jump into the first stop. We start over at West Access, known for its pteranodon population in the sky and its arch nemesis, the Herrerasaurus. So let's take a look. Okay, we are here, and we're at West Access, and we already have, as promised, a pteranodon. Now there's a lot of these little sort of compounds dotted around, little human buildings. And we actually have a little guy up here, a very small pteranodon. Now the thing with these compounds is they provide food and water for pteranodons and humans, so that's why you'll catch quite a lot of those around there. Yeah, and we can already hear another one. So we're gonna kind of gently approach this water source. And already I feel a bit uneasy, like I just feel like I'm already being watched. Yeah, so straight away we've got pteranodons, we've got raptors, and I did hear a dilo as well. I'm just exploring a little bit further off from the water source now, just exploring the perimeter. And we do actually have another compound here, which did have another little pteranodon in, but I wasn't recording at the time. Now I'm trying to stay in as much foliage and long grass as I possibly can. I just want to keep as much cover as possible. Now what we're doing here is we're going to try and get as close as we can to this Tyrannosaurus family. And I know it's a family because there's one small one and two larger ones. Now we actually have to be very careful here. I don't think they know we're here. So they've been spooked, and I don't know if it's me. And just because they're herbivores does not mean they're not dangerous. I am dead if they want me dead. Okay, Herrerasauruses are dangerous. I need to look up more. That was not a great start. Now if I thought that area was dangerous, we were now in one of the most carnivore hotspots on the map. There's a few places on the map that are hotspots. This is one of them. So already, yeah, so we've got more Herrerasaurus. I've learnt my lesson. We're staying back. We've also got Carnivore over there as well. 2 or 3 of them. We are just going to see if we can move down a bit and possibly just slip past this area and maybe try and get a better view somewhere. There's some ginormous foliage here. You actually get a better scale of it being human. Got a small raptor somewhere, but obviously you don't know where the big ones are. So we are now over by the coast, which presents new challenges, new dinosaurs. And we are slowly running out of bushes to hide in. I think now that was a Dinosaur. Now, I'm not too sure what's up here, but there's something that sounds like a young juvenile dinosaur along with potentially a not so young dinosaur. But we're going to see if we can try and sort of sneakily have a look. But I've got to be really careful because we are running out of hiding places. And if it looks like we're not going to be able to get a good spot, I need to find somewhere else to go. Okay, yeah, we're definitely getting close. This is like the last bush for miles. So right here, this is bad news. If I'm looking at this meal, I am stood on top of something that every carnivore in the area can smell. I think it is time to piece the scene. I can't see any dinosaurs, but I'm worried that they can see me. And the sun is setting on this tropical island, and obviously my visibility is getting worse, and that just means that the dinosaurs' visibility is getting better, or at least a lot better than mine. And so we will camp here for the night, and we will see you in the morning. So, we are now at Highlands, and we are at a compound that's actually in the thick of a hotspot. And lo and behold, it didn't take me very long before I'd already found an encounter where some dilos were hunting a Maiasaura. There is something going on over here, and that is a Maiasaura in desperate need of some help. They've got him pinned up on a rock. Now, I've got to be careful here. I'm just going to stay hidden. What I don't want is them turning their attention to me. It's an angry Maiasaura. Oh, there's a raptor watching as well. I can hear a raptor. The question is, what's his plan in all of this? He's kicked him off. We've got one dilo dead. The Maiasaura may just be victorious. So the whole power dynamic has shifted now. There's only one dilo. He's having a look. And the all the raptors coming to join in as well. He can't join because that would be mix packing, but he's waiting. So we waited in the bush for a bit, and the dilo has left the area, and the Maya is just regathering some health and stamina, I would imagine. But we've just got to be careful we don't spook him. Okay, so he wasn't too happy with us there, but he didn't chase us down, so we're good to go. But we got a little bit too close there. That Myosaurus said, take your camera somewhere else. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So, look at that view. That is really nice. So we are now going to cut down through Highlands and down towards the river delta. So we're going east. And we're going to see what we can capture down towards one of the major waterways that cuts through Gateway. A little stop to take in some of the vistas. Also, I just want to take the moment again, guys, to say thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. I know I did a live stream, but I also just want to tell you guys that are watching that I really appreciate it. So if you haven't subbed and you love dinosaurs, what are you waiting for? So straight away, I'm hearing quite a lot in this area. And I think there's a few herbivores as well, so we're going to start by trying to observe some of those guys. Now I'm being particularly careful to approach the water from a way in which hopefully a Dinosaur won't see me, and so they won't be expecting me and therefore not waiting at the water. I have to be very careful here. Just being this close to the water just feels incredibly tense. Because I don't actually know that there's usually dinos in this area, so this makes this very risky. Now over to our right, we have what I think is a young Diabloceratops that has been separated from its family and is just simply trying to find some food, I think. So there's a few herbivores around. I think some of them know I'm here, but we're going to just take it easy. We're going to see if we can get a little bit closer to the Myosaura. I don't know if he's coming this way. He is absolutely coming this way. We're going to go the other way. Okay, so we got a little bit too close there. And we spooked him, but we came out with our life, so that is something. We just got to be careful. Now, at the end of the day, you've got to remember, these guys are doing everything they can to survive. So if there's any threat to them whatsoever, they're gonna be a little bit jumpy. So we're gonna make our way further down the river delta, trying not to stay too close to the water. And we're just going to see what else we can see. Swimming through these is risky, to say the least. But I chose to go through there rather than go up and around, because it was a bit more open at the top. I just feel like I'll get seen. So we're just going to make a mad dash for the cover. We've got a little bit of long grass, but then it's a bit open. So we just need to get into the bushes. Now that was the undeniable sound of a Dinosaur entering the water. And we are going to see if we can just get a bit closer and get a glimpse of these guys. Now, I will say there was a bug at the time of recording, and the sound that should be coming out of the left is coming out of the right. That's why the sound's a little bit strange. So I apologise. It's the game, it's not my recording. Yeah, look at these guys. They've caught something. Look, maybe a Serato? Look at that. Now, I just want to keep a low profile. They probably know I'm here, but if we keep our distance, should be okay. Now, these are two fully grown, or at least one fully grown. I think the other one's also fully grown. Fully grown Dinosaur. Very big, very dangerous. You don't want to be caught drinking with these two around. And that is why I don't get too close. They actually have a little bit of speed when they get running. Yeah, let's not end up in the jaws of that. We'll see if we can just get one last look at these guys, and then we'll leave them be, and we'll go elsewhere and see what else we can find. Okay, so my plan now is to try and cross this bridge, get across and go and have a look at the sanctuary and to see if there's any young dinosaurs there. There might be, there might not, I don't know, but we'll go and have a look. But this bridge crossing is going to be incredibly dangerous. I'm very exposed. I also have nowhere to go if anyone does show up. So we've got some supplies, I can't access them. Okay, so we are now entering the sort of beginning area of one of my favourite looking sanctuaries on the map. You'll hear the deep rumble of the bees. And yes, as a human, if I was to step inside of the sanctuary, I would be stung to death. So we're hearing a lot, but we're not seeing a lot. So we've now moved much further north. We've gone way further up the river delta. And we're now at a compound not too far away from the volcano. So a lot of large structures here that no longer serve any purpose. They were left behind and forgotten about. Now let's just see if we can't follow this river path under the bridge. This is a new sort of area-ish. They've reworked it. We'll follow this along. We'll check out the new river area and then we'll camp for the night because it's the sun is setting. Now honestly, I don't really know what to expect around here. It looks nice, and I think we will stay in this cave. This is a nice looking place to set up camp. But we'll just make sure it's clear, we'll check it with the torch, and then we'll get ready to camp for the night, I think. So the sun is setting quite rapidly. And then as the sun disappeared, a storm rolled in. Yeah, we definitely have a storm coming. Ooh, I don't want to be shining this flashlight for too long. Just knowing that out there in places maybe very close that I can't see is hundreds of dinosaurs. So the storm has passed, morning is upon us, a new day awaits, and honestly, I am ready to see what the day brings. It was a pretty scary night, but we made it. And there's no one in our house, although I can hear something. Oh, there's something here. Oh god, I don't want to turn my torch on. Oh god, our house has been breached. No! Ah, my leg!